Hi, Roses. I'm Rosie, the psychic reader at the Psychic Ward, and roses are red. Violets are blue, but I'm actually reading the energy, not just in a hokey pokey like some people do. If that's something you can connect to, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch the playlist. The playlist is called Hold You in View, and I'm going to get right into this energy. You're a magician. Now control your wand. You have power. Control it. That's the vibe. You have subservient here. It seems like you're being expected to submit in some way. I'm just going to go with this energy. You're being expected to let down your guards. Something about a belly piercing. You could be a belly dancer. Let's keep going. And I was definitely getting the energy. Okay, so you have industrious, diligent here. It's like a job for you, and I feel like it's a new revelation or a new industry that's doing well right now, but there could be something that changes. So I feel like you're being called to move around a little bit. Shallow here. Yeah, like almost like move to deeper waters. Like basically if you're setting up a career based on a new industry, there's something temporary about this industry. Like it's working right now, but is about to get broken up into pieces or something. Like they're gonna set out regulations or something's going on with this energy, whereas though it's like start making a plan B. Whoa, that's too much. Okay, so I'm just gonna get what I'm looking at. We have obnoxious here, compassionate, and then something just flipped over. Let's take this one. Frightening. So someone could be afraid of something, afraid to switch things up. Obnoxious. There could be someone very obnoxious in your energy just trying to scare you. Recognize that whatever that feeling is that they want to be labeled as fear is just a feeling. It's not even really fear. It's just a feeling. So fear could be anything. Fear could be love for some people if you're afraid of intimacy. So feelings are feelings. You just put names on them based on your own intuition. But I'm feeling like it's something obnoxious about this person. It could be lust. But I'm getting like, okay, so you have Two of Reins. It's clarifying something about this obnoxious energy. Yeah, it could be something to do with your work. Like someone is getting horny or turned on because of your work. That's what I'm getting, and that doesn't have anything to do with you. It doesn't suddenly mean that this person's libido pays the bills, or that's the vibe. I don't know if that's resonating with somebody, but that's what I'm getting. Like you could be doing a job, like say you're a hairstylist, and I don't know, people like the way you do hair, or they like the way, I don't know, something like you could be in a service industry, and it's just something about you staying focused and being very strong. Like you could be a waitress and they just like the way you wear that apron. I don't know, I'm getting like somebody's being a pervert. But it may change your opinion of this job. Like it just starts to be all you notice when you're really just focused on the hairstyle. You're focused on cooking a meal or serving a meal, and it's really just about a paycheck at the end of the day, for real. But it seems like somebody is getting really caught up in your energy and just making it not even worth it. That could have to do with this industry. Like maybe there's something seductive about the industry that you've entered into, and you're like, okay, well, it's life. This is the world. We live on a planet. It's not the end of the world. We're all grown here. But then it just becomes way too sleazy for you to continue. That's what I'm getting. Okay, then you have the Judgment card coming out. I do feel like there's going to be regulations. Also, I'm hearing something like about the Playboy Mansion. Like you could have just been a server at Hooters or something, but it didn't turn into like almost like sex work. You have Judgment here. People are being judged. So maybe this is something like get out of that work, or it seemed like it was normal at the time, but it's going to start being really, really strange because of all these regulations. It's like, so you were a prostitute, basically, or something like that. Like, there's judgment coming towards you, and maybe this is why you're going to start investing in other businesses, maybe doing some online work or something like that. Maybe not. It's like if you're on the streets, basically. I don't know who this energy is for. Maybe you're cross watching, but like, for example, if you're a lot lizard, maybe start posting videos instead of. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. So you have 3 of Grains here and Page of Feathers. Like, I feel like someone's gonna be scared to show their face at some point with this fearful frightening, and you being able to celebrate, because it's like you looking up to God is your whole face. So if you're afraid to look at God, then you're basically afraid to see yourself. And I feel like you're a very kind and passionate person. So it's important for you to recognize that and remember that in your life. Remember that you're a good person and not what this job is insinuating. So let's get some scripture cards because it's getting a bit dark. We have, therefore, I urge you, brothers, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and pleasing to God. This is your spiritual act of worship. Romans 12, verse 1. So someone could have felt like they had to give their body in some way. And sex work is coming up a lot here. It's almost like you saw through all the fog and all the lies and the schemes, and at the end of the day, it was just about pleasing a man. And maybe it still didn't pay off to the point where you realize, like, I'd rather just be happy and not get none of these things that you're promising to give but never do in exchange for my soul. So you choose not to sell your soul. I feel like that's the strength that you have ultimately, but it's like you're still going to be faced with perverts, and that's just, it's their own karma. I don't know what happened to them about them. I mean, your feelings are valid, but you don't have to focus on somebody that doesn't get any attention whatsoever. Just walk away. Your salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to men by which we must be saved. Yeah, just focus on Christ at this time. He's not a man, so he doesn't lie to you. He doesn't steal or cheat. He's God. So love him in his man form if that's something you need to hear right now, just to pull you away from these toxic individuals that seem to be piling up at this point and just being horny horn dogs. So you have King of Earth here. Yeah, someone's definitely offering you money, and it's just something weird about the way he's got his hands like that. Look at his hands. It's just something so weird right now. I could stare at that. I feel like I could stare at that for too long. There's something like, he almost looks like a baby bird to some extent. Like he's offering you everything, but at the same time, it's nothing, because in exchange for your soul, is nothing is worth that. So let's see. Then you have 3 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of self-respect, and you could even be making your own clothes, and like you're building up your character based on the fact that people weren't really supporting you in the beginning. But now I feel like because of all the hardships that you've been through, you're just even more admirable. And you could even be a fashion designer or something like that, and now you've got all these fake friends coming out of nowhere and singing your praises, and you've got God, and you've had him the whole time. You show God how faithful and loyal you are to him, and he's been protecting you the whole time. Your relationship is solid as a rock. That's what I'm getting, and that was worth it. More important than anything else that was coming towards you. So that's the energy I have. If that's something you're resonating with, let me know. Don't forget to check out the playlist, Hold You in View. And that's the last one for this playlist. I'll see you in the next one.